How to make a habit tracker in Notion. Hello guys, in this video I'm going to explain to you how you can make a habit tracker in Notion like I have here so that you can have a precise and accurate track of your habits. Okay, so let's start. Well, here you can see that you can have a tracking of the habits that you've completed in each day and every day, and I'll show you how you can automate this so that you can just fill it in automatically. So what this will do is that Notion will actually create a new database member here, which is the days, so you can just focus on tracking your progress. All right, so and on the bottom you can see a graph that I've made with Chartbase, and this graph is just to show an overview on how well you're doing in your habit making effort. So you know when you which days are you on full swing and which days are you really need some improvement in. All right, so let's start. Okay, so let's make a new page, and I'm just gonna call this habit tracker 2, not to be confused with my previous one. And what I like to do, you may or may not want to do this, but I want to increase the width of my Notion page. So to do that, just go over to the rightmost menu here on top, which is the burger bar, and let's toggle full width. Okay, as you can see, what that does is that it widens my Notion page so that I can take advantage of the full screen. Okay, so in this habit tracker, let's uh, type in / and type database. So we'll add a new database here. Let's just call this habits. All right. And in the habits, ideally, you want to add day. Okay. And preferably, let's make this a title. And but if you sort by days, then you can track your habit per day. So let's add maybe 3. Yeah, let's add 3 checkboxes, which will be your habits. So for example, here I will want to have a workout habit, and I want to have a punctuality habit. I want to know if I'm punctual enough in my classes at least. And let's edit the property to checkbox. There you go. Okay, and last one, I think I want to meditate, for example, or study, maybe. Study is better. Study, and also I want to meditate at every end of day. So let's add meditate and click checkbox. Now, what I like to do is to add icons to it, so you'll see for a sec on how cool it is now in Notion. Oops. All right, and oh, never mind. Sorry, this is a filter that I want to delete. All right, so the workout, let's just make it the dumbbell icon. Click it. Well, you change the icon by clicking the topmost column, and you click on the icon menu there. And study, I want to add book, and meditate, I want to add a palm tree, because a palm tree reminds me of a beach, and in which beach is the place that I feel like I'm most serene in. Okay, so, well, before we start, to make this a reoccurring table and that it can automatically add days for you, let's make a template by clicking the downwards facing arrow next to the new here and click new template. And in this template, let's just add today. So So it will automatically set as the day when it is duplicated, and when it will be duplicated, it will be every day. So you do that by re-clicking that downwards arrow there and click the edit this template button on the rightmost of our already made today template, and let's add the repeat menu to every day. All right, so it will make the new today entries every 12 a.m. every day. So that's ideally what you want to do. Oh yeah, also let's add a date here to, of course, track off the days. So I just want a full date. You might only want to add the day, month, year, but I'll stick it to full date. Okay, so let's populate the database first here. So for example, I have my today here. Again, it will repeat tomorrow, but let's just make this date. So let's say, for example, I've made my habits record for 3 days. Okay, so you can actually already start using this template as a daily tracker, but I want to add two new features that I think will enhance your experience pretty dramatically because it's pretty cool. Okay, so let's add a progress bar that I've just shown you in my previous example. So let's do that by clicking the plus button here, and we will want to add the formula type property, and let's just call this progress bar or just progress for simplicity. And the icon, I want to make the icon to be, let's say if there's a progress icon. No. Okay, so how about a percent? I think it's pretty good. Percent. Oops, never mind. Well, I'll just make this the chart icon. I think it still resembles a progress pretty nicely. So the reason why we want to add icons is that you now will have the option to make this much more compact. So you do that by clicking the vertical bar here that will appear if you hover over between two different properties. So if you double click it, it will actually minimize the texts and it will only show the icon, which is pretty neat, I should say. Okay, in this tutorial, I'm just gonna show the words so that it will be clear, and I much prefer that. But if you prefer it to be minimized, then it by all means do that. All right, so in the progress formula, what you want to type in is the to number function. So the to number function converts your true or false data, which is the case in the checkbox property, to a number. So 0 is for if it's unchecked and 1 if it's checked. So to number punctual, we'll add to number punctual plus to number workout. All right, so let's add all of our habits here. To number study, and lastly to number meditate. To number meditate. All right, so now once that's done, as you can see now, I have my progress property adding up as a number, as a count, you can say, on how many habits that I've completed in that day. Now to change this into a bar, you can click on the topmost column here and click edit property and show as bar. Now you can either show your number or not. I will just show my number for clarity. And in the divide one, well, the number, the general idea for Notion is that it will be 4%. So that's why it's divided by 100. But in this case, since we only have 4 habits, let's just divide by 4. So you need to divide it by the amount of habits that you want to take a look at. However, if you prefer the ring, then of course, by all means, do that. But in this case, I'm just going to stick to bar, and I will show my number. You can hide your number, but I will choose to show it in this occasion. Okay, so what that does is that it will represent your number of habits that you've done in a day in a progress bar, which is pretty neat. Now, the last thing that I want to tell you is the chart. So the chart, you can add the chart by going into this website, Chartbase, and you need to log in, and then you connect your Notion with Chartbase. It's actually pretty free. It's actually free. I don't know what pretty free means. Anyway, now once you've chosen your database, make sure you choose the database that you want to be made a chart in, which is the habits database. And for the X label, you want to add date, and you want to group it by day. And then in the y-axis, you want to choose the progress bar. Okay, so what that will do is it will make an automated chart for you based on your Notion database, which in this case is the habit tracker, as you can see here. And it is automatically changing. It is automatically refreshed based on your properties in your habit tracker. Now, to add it to Notion, it's as simple as going to click the get embed link, and you can either choose the instantaneous refresh, where it will refresh automatically, or if you want it to be cached so that it will appear faster with a 20-second delay instead of the instantaneous delay, like instantaneous refresh in the live link. And once you've copied one of those two options, you hit again the / key on your keyboard in your Notion database, and you enter embed, and just paste the link in the menu here, and it will appear here. Now, at first it will show light here, but since I have a dark Notion template, I'll just switch it to dark. And that's pretty much how you can add a habit tracker for you to track your habits. All right, that is all from me. Thank you very much.